Welcome back to the channel, Politics Unmasked, where we look to delve beneath the headlines to try and unpack the agendas and the biases that are informing how the UK media represent stories to their consumers. We have a follow-up video on our previous video which focused on the Lucy Connolly story after her release. We now have Nigel Farage championing Lucy Connolly's story at the US Congress. Now this is fascinating because this story has only been picked up by right-leaning news and news media. No left-leaning media outlets have picked up on this story at all, which is very, very curious and might get you asking questions about why that might be the case. So let's just quickly review where we are with this story now as of the 24th of August, 10 p.m. So Nigel Farage to champion Lucy Connolly's story at US Congress. Reform leader to discuss the case when testifying about freedom of expression in the UK. So Nigel Farage is using his connections with the Trump administration, long-standing connections that he has, directly to Trump, also to Charlie Kirk and others, and he is given evidence in the coming weeks, and he will be drawing upon this example being sort of like the main example that's fresh in the minds to demonstrate what he believes to be the rapid erosion of free speech in the UK. Let's see who else is picking up this story. So the Express have also captured this one. So very similar, Nigel Farage to champion Lucy Connolly in grave warning of threat to UK free speech. So Nigel Farage is clearly looking to take the momentum from this case to garner support and to elicit more and more news coverage on his perspective that freedom of expression is being eroded in the UK. Now, GB News has also picked this one up. So Nigel Farage to tell the US Congress of Lucy Connolly's political imprisonment in bid to rescue free speech in Britain. So is Nigel Farage looking to use his connections? Is he wanting the US administration to leverage its power in terms of trade and foreign policy cooperation with the UK to get changes when it comes to UK law? Is he looking to see active changes in policy in the UK now, or is he using this to sort of build momentum towards his own push for government when the next election comes around in a few years' time? Who knows? So now, LBC's coverage, Farage to take the case to Trump allies in US Congress testimony. So there we have it. That's the latest in terms of how this story is developing, and very illuminating in that it's only being covered by right-leaning media in the UK. Will we see left-leaning media outlets pick this up in the days to come? That'll be very interesting to see. If that does happen, I'll do a comparison to see how they're framing it, what the kind of language they're using to get the story across, or will it remain a right-only story? And then we can begin to unpack why is that the case? Why is it being dropped quickly by left-leaning news agencies? Thank you for joining me on this video, and I'll see you in the next one.